Hey everyone, Austin here again with another pinball machine gameplay video. Today we got Spider-Man The Pin by Stern Pinball. This was released in late 2016. It's a pinball machine geared towards the home. The original stock model does not have a coin door on it. It's cheaper than a full-size pinball machine by Stern. It's got cheaper material. The cabinet's lighter. There's been some concessions made on the actual cabinet itself in terms of the design, how you lift the playfield, things like that. But it is a pretty fun game. I'm just going to talk about this gameplay. So what we did here is we actually just got into Doc Ock multi-ball. So Doc Ock actually is protected by 3 drop targets, denoted by those green inserts. And once you get into Doc Ock multi-ball, you basically just hit the flashing stand-up target back there. And then that's going to light another jackpot award on a random shot. So now the Venom shot is lit. That's an inner loop, kind of like the racetrack on No Fear. And what we actually also did here is we got into Rescue MJ multi-ball, and I'll just explain that later on. But yeah, Spider-Man Home is it's a pretty fun game. It's, you know, like I said, it's cheaper than a normal full-size Stern pin. A lot of people on various pinball sites were kind of up in arms about this game. You know, they're like, it's probably not worth it, it's dumb, it's this and that. And, you know, I could say after having this for about a month now, it is a really fun game. One of the reasons I purchased it, knowing that I was going to be paying more than I probably should for it, was that it just looked like it was really, really fun to shoot. And as such, it's actually been one of my most played games in my collection in the last month, just because it is fun. It's just really fun to step up to, play a game or two, and then turn it off and you know, revisit it some other time. Very easy, pick up and play kind of pinball machine. It's not very deep, although there are some challenging aspects to the game. It's got some very tight shots. Getting to your wizard mode requires you to focus. If you can't focus and really dial in certain shots, like the Venom loop, for instance, it can be quite challenging. And so we're actually in Rescue MJ multi-ball, and so with Rescue MJ multi-ball, basically all your shots are lit, your 2 ramps, your Venom loops, and your orbits. And all you have to do is just hit one of those shots, and then that'll count both shots, basically. So if both ramps are lit, you just have to hit one ramp, it collects a jackpot, and both ramp lights go out. And Doc Ock is also lit in Rescue MJ multi-ball. And the jackpots actually constantly raise the more you collect them. There's different waves to Rescue MJ multi-ball, and the point values basically increase. One of the nice features about this game is that the top lanes, the 3 top lanes, WEB lanes, when you complete those, you actually get 2 times scoring across the entire playfield. So when you get into multi-ball, it's kind of actually hard to play multi-ball without having 2 times playfield going, because when you start multi-ball, just like any other Stern, ball save kicks on, it kicks out a bunch of balls and whatnot. And so it's very easy to get that 2x playfield going. Now, what's cool about 2x playfield in this is, unlike, say, AC/DC, where when you hit the bell and activate 2x playfield, when you hit the bell again, it doesn't add another 20 seconds to your timer in AC/DC. It just resets the timer back to 20. But what's interesting about Spider-Man Home is that when you complete the WEB lanes up top for 2 times playfield, if you've already got 2x playfield going, it just tacks another 20 seconds on top. I've had it to where it was at something like 55 seconds of 2x playfield because I completed the web lanes multiple times. So something very important to note if you're trying to score high in this game, you want to constantly have 2x playfield going, particularly when you're in multi-ball and the wizard mode and so forth. So it actually looks like the Doc Ock targets are down, and I could actually go back and hit that Doc Ock stand-up target. And typically when I play this, I like to try to pick off as many Doc Ocks as I can, because Doc Ock is the only mode and multi-ball in the game where it takes more hits to start subsequent multi-balls. So the first multi-ball, you hit all 3 drops down, you hit the stand-up target once, and then it lights the multi-ball, and then you just hit it again, and the multi-ball starts. Well, after that, it basically increases by 1. You've got to hit the drops down, hit the stand-up, and then the drops reset. And I think it goes up to 5 times maximum that you have to do that. And so since it takes longer to get to Doc Ock each time, I like to go ahead and, you know, cash in that that lit stand-up target back there just to keep making progress towards Doc Ock. Obviously, I'm not doing it right now. That Doc Ock target's nice and lit. I think what, you know, the mindset was is I just wanted to get to the wizard mode at the very least. And what's actually kind of cool is I ended up doing it on my very first game for this recording session. So a lot of pinball gameplay videos, gameplay videos here that I do, I end up having to play a game a lot of times in order to get like a really solid game that, you know, I'll sort of be proud to show you guys, basically. I don't want to just put up any old crap. Sometimes I do, or I do put up games sometimes that aren't up to, you know, my personal standards, but I also don't want to be sitting here trying to play a machine for 3 hours just to get you one really good game. But it's one of the things that was nice about Spider-Man here. I was able to put up a decent game just on one ball. So one of the core features in Spider-Man is that you've got the spider targets on the left and right sides of the playfield. So you got SPI on the left and you got DER on the right. And when you complete those, you light one of your main modes in the game. So there's 3 main modes. There's Sandman, Green Goblin, and Venom. So we already had Venom lit. It's the Venom loop that's, again, like the racetrack on No Fear. Green Goblin is the ramps, so I've got the ramps lit now. You can see how there's green inserts leading up to each ramp. And then once I complete the spider targets again, it's going to light Sandman. Now, one thing that's nice about the modes in this game is that they don't reset when you drain your ball. So, and you can actually start all 3 modes together if you want. So you can start, you know, Venom once, you can start Venom, then you can start Green Goblin, then you can start Sandman, whichever one is currently highlighted. That's the one that you'll start. And the modes are actually really simplistic in this game. It's one of my main gripes with the game is that all 3 modes, Venom, Goblin, Sandman, are pretty much identical. It's just that you have to hit different shots. So it's basically each shot 3 times. For Goblin, it's both ramps 3 times each. For Venom, it's each side of the Venom loop 3 times each. For Sandman, it's both orbits 3 times each. And so we actually locked in Green Goblin. When you lock in a mode and you complete the mode, it lights the insert solid in the middle of the playfield. And so we need the rightmost Venom loop, which is probably the toughest shot in the game. And it looks like we actually just lit Sandman as well, which is going to allow us to hit the orbits now. Now, there is a control gate on the right side of the orbit, up, I should say on the right side of the top lanes. So if you hit the left orbit, now that Sandman mode is active, the control gate's going to open, and the ball's going to come all the way around the playfield. You know, very much like AC/DC. So in AC/DC, you hit that left orbit, there's a control gate up there as well. And in certain situations, that gate is closed. But in other situations, like in Tor Multiball, the gate is open. And shooting the left orbit will feed the ball all the way around. There we go. It just went all the way around like so. So Spider-Man, the Home Edition, while it's not the deepest game out there, it's got good flow, actually. It's got good shot flow. And it's probably one of the best things about the game. And so it looks like we need to complete Venom, and we need to complete Sandman as well. As far as starting your modes, the spider targets are what progresses you towards your next mode. Interestingly, there's a Mary Jane Add-A-Ball target, which you want to hit when you're in the Rescue MJ Multiball. That'll also spot you a spider letter. So if you only have one more spider letter lit, or say like you need to hit one of the targets on the right side, but the ball's on the right flipper, well, you can just hit that Mary Jane stand-up target in the middle, and it'll spot you that target that you need. It's a really nice feature, and I'm glad they implemented that in the game. So we just actually completed Sandman, and now we just need to complete Venom, and then that's going to throw us right into the wizard mode once we do that. There it is. So basically, all the power drops to the flippers. It's going to go through some animations and whatnot, some callouts, and then it's going to start kicking balls out left and right. So we're in Villain Vengeance, or Vengeance Multiball, whatever you want to call it. So basically, all the main villain shots are lit. So your orbits, your ramps, your Venom loop, and your Doc Ock shot. They are all lit for about 50,000 points apiece. And like I said, as you get into a multi-ball, it's very easy to get 2x playfield going again. So now we've got double scoring going once more. And if you hit all the shots, or I should say not all the shots, all of the villains, all 4 villains, you'll get an extra, I guess, 100,000 points. And with 2x playfield, it's 200,000 points. So in Vengeance Multiball, this little wizard mode here, it's very easy to get lots and lots of points. You can also just let balls drain over and over if you want to try to keep your 2x playfield going. And one trick I did notice that you can do is that you can just hit the same villain over and over, and it's only 50,000 points, but if you've got 2x playfield, you're getting 100,000 a shot. And so what I do a lot when I'm in this multi-ball now is instead of trying to pick all the villains off individually, I'll just shoot balls up into the Doc Ock over and over. It'll be 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And one of the fun things about this wizard mode is that it does tally up how many villains you hit. There's also a way to add time as well. You just complete the spider targets again, and that'll add 10 seconds. So you basically start off with 60 seconds. It is a timed wizard mode, but unlike some of the earlier Data East wizard modes, where it's 60 seconds and that's it, this one you can actually keep going. I've gotten 4 or 5 time ads playing that wizard mode before, so I've kept it going about twice as long as it's supposed to be able to go. And so while it's not the most complex wizard mode out there, it is a really fun wizard mode that I do like getting to. So now we've actually got a ball in the captive ball lock area. There's a way you can capture a ball, basically. The ball has to fall down in between these 2 posts in the middle of the playfield. And once that happens, the ball lands on a switch, and then the insert in front of it starts flashing orange, or pulsing orange, as you see. And so when you hit that ball, you'll go right into Rescue MJ Multiball. It's a really neat feature, but it's a little broken in my eyes, because it's very random how the ball lands up there. There's not a whole lot of skill that goes into locking that ball. And the multi-ball doesn't really ever change either. It doesn't get harder to access the multi-ball. I've had the ball land in there 4 times, and I've played the multi-ball 4 times in a row. And the reason I say it's broken is because, for one, there's no skill involved getting the ball into that lock. But also, the multi-ball can be worth a ton of points if you play it out well. If you're a skilled player, and you can keep your games going for a while, keep your multi-balls going for a while, especially with 2x playfield, you're gonna get, I think I've come out of this multi-ball with 2 or 3 million points before. And then I can get into another one, and then another one, and you know, it's very lopsided. And while it's a neat feature, I kind of wish that it wasn't worth so much points-wise. Doc Ock is one thing because you got to hit those drop targets. The drop targets are kind of risky, but with Rescue MJ Multiball, you know, it's pretty much just completely random whether you get it or not in a game. You can also have a ball land up there in, say, Doc Ock Multiball, and what I found is better is to just play both multi-balls individually, because they're both worthwhile. They're both worth a lot of points. One of the neat things about Rescue MJ Multiball, though, is there is an add-a-ball target. If you hit the Rescue MJ add-a-ball center target up in the middle of the playfield, that will add-a-ball. So that's a nice feature. You can also collect your extra ball on that target as well. What I recommend doing, though, is leaving extra balls turned off, and this is something that we did after playing this game. Because extra balls as points are worth 200,000 points, and if you get 2x playfield, it does in fact double the extra ball value. And it'll show on the screen you get 400,000 points for the extra ball. So this is the bonus countdown. I haven't really talked about it yet. The bottom lanes, the hero lanes, very much unlike the full-size Spider-Man pinball machine, they actually add to your end-of-ball bonus X. And I've actually got the hero lane set to hard mode, so flipping with the left flipper alternates the H and E lanes on the left, and flipping with the right flipper alternates the R and the O lanes on the right. Very much like Stern's Rolling Stones, which I've done many videos on this channel. And by default, the hero lanes act like they do on the full-size Spider-Man machine, or like a Lord of the Rings or something like that, where you can just scroll the empty lanes all the way over with one flipper button. But I find that splitting the hero lanes off makes for more interesting gameplay. There's a more interesting dynamic on the ramps. So you have to really think about like what ramp you might want to hit to get your bonus X up. Bonus can be very large in this game. I've had 1.3, 1.4 million end of ball bonuses. That's a lot of free points. You can basically get up to 10x bonus. So each hero lane completion, or completion of the hero lanes, will take you to 2x, then 3x, then 5x, and then after that, it's going to take you to 7x, and then it's going to take you to 8x, and then it's going to take you to 10x, basically. So very important to keep note of your hero lanes if you're playing this game for points. So yeah, there's some other interesting features on the playfield as well. You've got your spinner on that Venom loop, which is really cool. That actually collects spinner points, and you can actually raise the spinner value by hitting that Mary Jane stand-up target. And I just got the Add-a-Ball at the last moment as well, which is nice. But the spinner also awards the Spider Sense value, and the Spider Sense value is awarded as end-of-ball bonus. It's not worth a lot, even if you hit it a ton, but it is something to keep in mind when you're playing. One other thing about this game that I forgot to mention is that there are combos in the game, and while combos aren't inherently worth a whole lot on their own, if you've got 2x playfield and you've got a big combo going, you can get some points for it. You know, you might only be getting 10,000 points, but with double playfield, you're getting 20,000 a shot, and the combo value builds as long as you keep your combo chain going. I've had 10 and 11-way combos. Both ramps are backhandable, very tight backhand on the right-hand side, and it's a very tight backhand on the left, but what I find is it's much more doable on the left. It's kind of weird. It doesn't look like it should even work, but it does. So yeah, that's Spider-Man the Pin by Stern Pinball. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Post some comments below if you have any questions or anything like that, and I'll try to be back with some more commentary videos sometime soon. I know I've kind of been taking it easy here on my pinball channel lately, but thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see some of you soon. Take care.